energy comes in from Hashemayim, the heavens above, comes down through your multidimensional being and comes out through the lower part of your body and through the soles of your feet, Ha'aretz. Let me say that again. When you inhale, imagine that the energy comes in from Hashemayim, the heavens above, unlimited possibilities, that it comes down through your whole being, and that it goes out through the soles of your feet, the circulating Kabbalistic Qigong. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale fully. Exhale. Now make sure your feet are flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Place your palms on your lap, palms down, of course. Make sure your back is as straight as possible. Shut out all other thoughts and just get back to your breathing. I want you to intone a sound with me. This sound is in the verse. The sound is yeah. Say that after me. Yeah. Very good. Now we're going to take a full deep breath together, and as we exhale, we're going to intone that sound. That sound means I have been what I have been. I am what or who I am, and I will be what I will be. With me now, take a full deep breath. That sounds good. Let's do that again. Take a full deep breath. One more time. Take a full deep breath. There's some places in Scripture where it says that the voice of the living one sounds like the voice of many waters. That's what it sounds like a choir, like a community. We just heard the voice of God. Eheye, the living one. Eheye, I have been what I have been. I am what I am, and I will be what I will be. How you feeling? Feeling good? You should. Shabbat shalom. Restful, holy, blessed Shabbat. 6 days, the Elohim created the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day, they rested and they recreated and they renewed and they rejuvenated themselves. I did say they because I believe that the Elohim are powerful male and female energies that brought everything that we see into existence. I don't think that the writer of Genesis 1 made a mistake. I think this priestly writer understood that it took both masculine and feminine energy to bring about life and renewed life. Activating the I am within you. In the story I just read, there is a man who is on the run of his life. His people were in Egypt, and they were enslaved. They didn't walk there to become slaves, but they became slaves in Egypt. And over a period of time, this person named Moshe was born among them. Moshe was brought up in the house of the Pharaoh. And one day, Moshe left the house of the Pharaoh and went out and walked among his brothers and sisters. And he saw an Egyptian abusing one of his brothers and sisters, or one of his kin. And he took it upon himself to look this way and that way. I'm going to emphasize looking. Look at this way and that way. And when he thought no one else saw him, he killed the Egyptian. Law of karma came in the very next day. He went back out, and now he saw two Egyptians. No, not two Egyptians. Who? Two of his brothers in a fight. And he came in the midst of them and said, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't behave this way towards one another. And one of the brothers said, who has anointed you to be over us? Are you going to kill me the same way you killed that Egyptian on yesterday? And Moses realized, or he thought in his mind, that what had not been seen actually had been seen. It's always that way. What we think has not been seen is always being seen by someone, somewhere, at some time. And so Moses then takes flight. And he ends up in the desert. And he ends up rescuing the daughters of a priest in Midian. The priest's name is Ruel in the 2nd chapter, becomes Jethro in the 3rd chapter of Exodus. There's a reason for that. And consequently, he is learning how, in the 3rd chapter, to become a shepherd, and he doesn't know this yet, and also a priest. Now, I want you to understand that Moses is out walking around, getting his daily yoga or qigong exercise. He's meditating. He's daydreaming. This is going to be important because we got to get out of the literalism of the story. So he's walking and he's daydreaming and he's meditating as he is attending to the sheep of the priest. Now, if his father-in-law was a priest, I bet you that the woman he married was also a priestess. Think about this. Zipporah. On this particular day of Moses' initiation that he doesn't know is going to happen yet, does that sound familiar? He is just taking another walk. He's just 7 o'clock in the morning in the yoga room, stretching and being expanded. He thinks he's just having his body expanded. But the body temple now is about to experience something else. And while Moses is walking, he sees a bush. But the bush has a flame inside of it. And inside the flame is a message or a messenger. Moses says to himself, or the text says, he thought, emphasizing thinking, he thought, let me turn and see what this sight or sign is, what's being signified by this sign. And when you know it, It's like quantum physics.